Hi students, how are you all? Okay, welcome to civics class. We are doing civics chapter 4 and growing up as boys and girls. Here in this chapter you are learning that how society's thinking, orthodox thinking make differences between the growing up as a boys and girls, and this is an important part of one's identity, and in future they become men and women. So how this type of thinking effect in their life. We have completed this topic. These two topic we have deleted from the syllabus, but just little introduction of these two topic I have given you in previous class. Then I make you understand this desperate story. And student, one more video today I will attach with this after this video. That story, that video is also telling the stories of importance of a housewife in home in Indian society. So you watch that video. It is related to this story only. But I got this video, so I thought that let me show you this video. Then you learn through this story you learn that housewife as a mother they are working lot of things, they are doing lot of things in family, but because their work is invisible so we are not able to value them properly. Then we discuss this topic, lives of domestic workers. There you saw the example of Mangla and Malini, two domestic workers, how hard their life is there. They wake up early in the morning, they do their houseworks first, and then they go to their master's house and they complete their work. And then also after doing lot of work, around 12 to 16 hours of work they are doing, but their work is not valued, they are not getting that much respect as they should because of thinking orthodox and thinking about the worker, about the women in people's mind. Okay, and today we have completed till here. Okay, this paragraph from page number 49, last paragraph. Now today we are starting. Okay, after this chapter today we will be able to complete this chapter. Then I will put that video. It is also very nice and interesting video, and you will get to know about the facts that as a women how many works they are doing at home. It is very nice. So you watch that video, and in next video we will discuss the question answers of this chapter. And again I am telling that there are some extra question answers also. So please watch them carefully and write in your classwork. I have given instruction in that video also. Okay, so let us start. Page number 49, last paragraph. In fact, what we commonly term as housework actually involves many different tasks. A number of these tasks require heavy physical work. Right? Sometimes we are telling that she is doing only housework. Right? Openly just we are telling that cooking. What is there in cooking? But behind cooking, women has to manage so many things. Right? Shopping, arrangement, chopping, so many things. Okay. Suppose if you want to make only chapatis, only 10 chapatis, it will need so many things. You need to get wheat flour, you need to have water, you need to have that tawa, then roller, pin, so many things you have to arrange for making chapatis. And you can imagine for whole family, one women or mother is cooking, then how many things she has to pre-arrange, right? So it involves so many different tasks. A number of these tasks require heavy physical work. Right now we are having this ready-made flour, or we can get our wheat flour ready-made from the market or shopping mall, or we can get easily grind in machines. But previously in ancient time they have to grind by their own hand with that stone mill. So it was very difficult and hard work. In both rural and urban areas, women and girls have to fetch water. In rural areas, women and girls carry heavy headloads of firewood because there that gas lines are not available or kerosene is not available for stoves. So they need to use chulas, and for that they need wood. So they were carrying heavy headloads of the firewood. This tasks like washing clothes, cleaning, sweeping, and picking up loads require bending, lifting, and carrying. Right? I will suggest you that you just observe, right? Whatever we are though living in modern houses and modern fully equipped house, then also if you watch carefully your mother or who is working at your home, so during the whole day they are doing loads of bending, lifting, carrying. Many chores like cooking involve standing for long hours in front of hot stoves. The work women do is strenuous and physically demanding. Word that we normally associate with men means most of the time women work is considered as a light work, but actually work women do is strenuous and physical demanding. Most of the time we are associating this hard work with the only men, but actually women are also doing the same strenuous and physical demanding work. Another aspect of housework and caregiving that we do not recognize is that it is very time consuming. Right? Sometimes we are thinking that cooking and cleaning is very easy work and it can easily do in just one swift. But actually it is very time consuming. In fact, if we add up the housework and the work women do outside the home, we find that women spend much more time working than men. Right? Suppose if we are talking about men, they are doing suppose job or business. Hardly they are doing 8 hours job, 10 hours job, right? And suppose if you think about women, so they are doing outside work, inside work, homework, preparation, shopping. So it is they are spending much more time than men and have much less time for their own leisure. Below is some data from a special study done by the Central Statistical Organization. This is the one organization, they are collecting data regarding the various facts and matters of our country. So this is CSO, Central Statistical Organization. So they have given some data related to the women work and their value. Two states, Haryana and Tamil Nadu, you can see women paid work hours per week 23. In Tamil Nadu it is 19. Women unpaid hours 30 and 35. Here number of women is not found. Men paid, now you can compare. Women paid 23, men are paid 38. Men unpaid works only 2 or 4, right? In the condition of in Haryana it is only 2 men unpaid hours, and Tamil Nadu only 4. But women here you can see. So means just from this table we come to know that women's are always undervalued or devalued, and they are always remain unpaid for their work. So that's why this topic is given in your civics book. Now we have to see that what is our government or constitution is doing for them. So that's why the next topic is here, women's work and equality. We saw the condition of women in society, family. Now legally what can be done? As we have seen the low value attached to women's household and caregiving work, it is not an individual or family matter. It is a part of a larger system of inequality between men and women. Right? It is large if we see. It is not only a matter of one family or one society, but it is a larger system. It is a inequality between men and women. It therefore has to be dealt with through actions not just at the level of the individual or family but also by the government. So therefore we should deal it with the some actions through the government, not only individual or family. Suppose I and you cannot change the situation, right? One family, one member, one male, one female cannot do. But if government will take some steps, then only the situation can be altered. As we now know, equality is an important principle of our constitution. The constitution says that being male or female should not become a reason for discrimination. Right? On paper it is said. In our constitution it is written equality, right to equality. So being men and women, it should not be reason for the discrimination. But in reality, inequality between the sexes exists. Right? We can see this inequality between men and women. The government is therefore committed to understanding the reason for this and taking positive steps to remedy the situation. So now government also, after long struggles by women's organizations, individuals, NGOs, now government is also thinking towards it and it taking some positive steps to cure this situation. For example, it recognizes that burden of childcare and housework falls on women and girls. Right? In families also it's happen. Suppose, right, child it is both father and mother should equally responsible. But most of the time women are given or considered as a responsible. So this naturally has an impact on whether girls can attend school. It determines whether women can work outside. So I am repeating it this. This naturally has an impact on whether girls can attend school. It determines whether women can work outside the house, and what kind of jobs and career they can have. The government has set up Anganwadis. You know what is Anganwadis? In rural area, it is like a child care centers. So small younger children, very young children, mothers can put their children there and they can go for work. So in villages this system is there. The government has passed the law, underline this, government has passed the law that make it mandatory for organizations that have more than 30 women's employees to provide creche facility. Now what is creche? Like Anganwadis in big cities, urban areas, there are having creche. You can consider as a playhouse. But their teaching is not done, but they will take care of the children, they will feed them, they will give them toys so they can occupy their child and mothers can work outside. The provision of creche helped many women to take up employment outside the home. So because of this creche facility, now women can dare to go outside and do office work or business or whatever they can do outside the home. It also makes it possible for more girls to attend schools. Now because of these facilities, otherwise what happen in family, if girl child is there, elder girl child is there, she has to look after that younger siblings and she cannot go to school. But now because of creche facility, more girls can attend the school. So this is how government is also take active role, and in this way you can see here the posters, very nicely posters showing some Hindi poem is there, and here you can see that, see, mother, multitasking mother, you can see taking care of child, fetching water, cleaning, washing clothes, cooking, shopping, and taking care, giving love to family members. So there are lots of work that women, family members in family women can do. So no doubt government is helping, but as an individual, as a children, it's our responsibility also value our female in families their work, value our mother's work, and give them utmost respect. Okay, so this was the chapter. Hope you all got clear all the points. Now children, you watch this video related to that women's importance of women's work in a house, and then in next video we will do question answers of this chapter. Okay students? Okay, Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.
People have no work to do these days. They just take up any issue to be in the limelight.
What on earth happened to agitate you?
Look at this news. Housework needs to be valued. And these volunteers want to take this issue to the parliament.
I'm glad the masses are awakening and looking into the finer details of things, which they should have acknowledged years before. But it's better late than never.
I didn't understand.
See, I work the entire day. However, no one gives value to my housework. This is not only the case with me, but with most of the women.
Mom, but I think Sheena's mother, who goes to office, is working. Even I agree, Mom. Housework is so simple, and it's no work really.
See, children also agree to what I believe in.
The debate is not about what you and children believe. It's about what we are made to believe as we grow up, as boys and girls.
Please explain, dear.
Why is Rini playing with a kitchen set and Rohit with a ball?
Because they like to play with that.
No, it's because the society has given us certain roles as males and females. And from childhood itself, we are made to believe that this is the way of life we are supposed to lead. So, as adults, we become comfortable rather conditioned for our future roles.
But that's different than household work. It's simple and non demanding, unlike our office work.
Okay, tomorrow is Sunday. Why don't you all do one thing? Let me take rest and you do all the so called simple household work?
Yippee!
Good morning. A long day to go.
I'm looking forward to it.
What is for the breakfast?
Ask Daddy. He's in the kitchen.
Here, breakfast is ready.
Mom, where are you going?
As I'm on an off today, I'm going out to meet my friends. I shall be back by evening.
Dinner is ready.
So, how was your day?
Horrible. My worst Sunday ever.
We couldn't play at all, and even our homework is yet to be done.
Feeling so tired. But I still have to iron clothes for tomorrow and wash the dinner dishes too. I am sorry for being so ungrateful and showing such insensitivity. I have realized the huge amount of work you do and the thoughtfulness behind everything you do just to keep us all healthy and happy as a family. It was thoughtless of us, calling household work a simple work, when actually it is more demanding than our usual office work.
Sorry, Mom.
I never wanted to upset you all, but sometimes one needs to be stern to make others realize where one goes wrong. Alok, now what's your stand on the ongoing movement?
Don't embarrass me further. I will give my wholehearted support to this movement and will campaign so that many more people come forward to join the same.